bro. That's not what this video is supposed to be about. The thing that's often overcomplicated and underexplained in trading is one of the things, first of all, is being able to really understand and practice the concept of eating a fish and spitting out the bowl. When it comes to all the nonsense about gurus and all that other shit, like, yes, expose those that are taking people's money and shit. But as far as this, like, being, oh, his strategy ain't woo-woo, man, if y'all don't shut up with all that. Because how can you, in an industry where our bag is solely, it's individual based, how is you really sitting in groups and chats talking about anybody else for real? That's getting to a bag and you not. And then if you are, that's even worse. Like, we in the industry where making $1 million in a day is really possible, and it's not fucking with nobody else's ends. So why y'all in group chats talking all this nonsense? You got to be able to look at so-and-so for psychology and look at so-and-so for their concept of market structure. And if you're, and like me, I'm somebody who used to trade. I came in through IML. I tried to do Elliott waves. I learned market structure and all that, the basics and shit. And like, then I got into like supply and demand. And like, I was rocking with Doyle and shit. I was doing fibs, doing just a number of shit, looking into all kind of shit. But like, in all that, I could never get caught up in the many of people who I looked at and let go of, and the talk about them being like, just to talk about them, period. I don't even know what it's about, but it's to talk about them, because you're going to distract yourself from what you really here for, and that's learning how to trade. I give gratitude, like, the whole eating the fish and spitting out the bowl, for being in IML, because I had to pay for mines. It was down there $400 a month to do that shit, and that's just the learning. That's not the money that went into the account. I didn't go to college, but that's tuition. And why would I be in here playing like I did get into like the residual side and I found out that's not for me real quick. But like, I didn't get caught up in that. I didn't let myself get caught up in that, because it was that bullshit, that talk that I'm talking about. So the real reason why I started this video was because I was sitting here thinking about how there is a chat that I know about or whatever, and like, I just remember the time where they were talking shit about people, and I almost like, I dipped into it, but I tried to be more of like like I used to rock with this person, and I tried to like neutral it, but that's not my place. I'm not here for that. I'm here to learn. Like, even if it's not being a part of the nonsense and like egging it on, you don't gotta be a Captain Save-A-Ho. That's something that I gotta work through myself. Not everybody wanna be saved, not everybody want this shit. So don't be pressed about when nobody else wanna hear what you know. This is for you, your life, this trading shit, whatever it is. This is for you. If don't nobody else want it, don't press it down their throat. You want to eat, right? So your peoples can eat. So your focus on you eating, so your peoples can eat. Because, like I said, I looked at Doyle for one thing. I looked at Swaggy C for another thing. I looked at Lambo Raoul for another thing. I looked at Q Banks for another thing. I look at fucking what's this man's name? Casper, for teaching me how to like really understand ICT. And that's like, as I've transitioned since April from Forex to futures. So like, it's all about respecting your seasons and like, just respecting your seasons. If you want to be a day trader and stick through this shit, and it not be something that you just flip money with, the way the real traders that we look up to do, the missing piece really is respecting yourself and this industry, because that's what's necessary. It's not an option. It's a prerequisite to really go deep in this shit and to know what you really focused on, because otherwise, like anything, but like in a real tough way, because it's trading, you'll be like anybody else and make a quick buck and then be gone. It ain't hard to make a quick 10,000 and then lose that shit again. Anyone that knows how to really trade knows that. But it's about what you do with them investments or them withdrawals and make investments and all that other shit. And how your mindset is. And can you do that over and over again? Can you reproduce that? Excuse me. But that was really all I had to say. I'm not gonna ramble too much. It's about like 4 or 5 minutes. I'm not gonna edit this. I'm gonna just post it because